As we're now joined on the phone line by the head coach of Hedgesville football, Matt Faircloth. Coach, how are you doing today, sir?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing just fine. It is playoff season. You guys get to the playoffs once again. Congrats for that. But let's get into last week. A tough one, tough way to end the regular season against Spring Mills. Just looking back at that game, what'd you like, what you didn't like?
Well, I mean, early on, I liked how we came out. We established a run there on the first possession. 10-play drive just stalled, especially within the new offense. But then, they get a stop, and the first play they connect on a pass. We're in the right positions. We just don't tackle. But at the end of the first quarter, 7-0, going to the second quarter, we get a turnover on downs, big sack there to get us the ball back. Just couldn't get the momentum going like we wanted to. And, when it's 7-0 going about 2 minutes into the second quarter, then it just fell apart for us. And, we played a lot of younger kids than we would normally play, trying to get kids healthy, trying to rest kids to make sure that we are as healthy as we can be going into the first round of the playoffs.
You are, as you said, playing a lot of those younger players. How have you felt about the way that they've played in terms of how they can help you guys going forward into next season even?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is when they come to high school, over 60% of our roster didn't play football until they come to high school. And when they get here, it's teaching them, how to play cover two, how to play quarters, how to play man, and trying to get their bad habits of eyes in the backfield and stuff like that. It takes time. It's a process. But at times when we do what we're supposed to do and we're in the right positions, we play pretty well. It's just getting that consistency out of the young kids.
Looking back at the entire season as a whole, how do you feel like it went?
A lot of growing. When you start the season, you got we got a lot of potential with wide receiver, and then the next thing you know, 6 wide receivers get season-ending injuries. You lose your quarterback. We lost both our quarterbacks, and adjustment periods and all this. I think the kids handled the adjustments well. They continue to grow, continue to compete. Going forward, the biggest thing now is fine-tuning everything that we want to do going forward and continue to get reps and bigger, stronger, faster in the offseason.
If you're looking at Huntington this week, obviously tough team. At the beginning of the season, they were able to beat Martinsburg, and they're number 2 in the state. What have you seen from them that you feel like are the key things that you're going to have to focus in on against them?
Well, I mean, the thing with Huntington is I don't think you can hone in on one thing. They're pretty big up front, physical. They run the ball effectively. The quarterback is probably one of the best athletes in the state. And out on the edge, they got guys that can go get the ball. Defensively, they're sound. They fly around. For us, I mean, it's like we told the kids, we've already played the number 1, 3, 4, 8, 9, 13 in Quad A, and now it's just another opportunity for us to go out and play another elite team in Quad A.
Last week, open field tackling was a challenge for your team in that loss. What are some ways that you guys can try to clean that up here in practice moving into this game this week?
We work tackling pretty much every day, but we continue to say that tackling's a want to. You got to want to do it. And those are the things that when you get young kids out there in big games like they were in Friday night, sometimes that atmosphere can, shut a lot of kids down. But this week we're honing a little bit more in it, making sure we're breaking down and running through our tackles instead of trying to reach with the arms and grab.
Obviously this week, first round of the playoffs going down to Huntington, that'll be another big atmosphere for that one. What have you sort of been saying to your players this week when it comes to not letting that moment get too big for them?
I mean, you look at our schedule. We played Morgantown at Morgantown. We played Nitro on the road. You look at our schedule and see where we played Albert Gallatin. I mean, we shouldn't be caught up in the atmosphere anymore. And now it's just going out and executing and playing the game. We preach all the time, don't let the little things become big things. If we can just stick to the fundamentals of what we do every day in practice, and, sometimes you're just going to go out and teams are going to be better than you, and that's okay. But what we can't do is go out, make sure we're not lined up right. We blow coverages or we miss tackles. It all comes down to all the little things.
You say that a lot, and it does make sense. I'm not trying to discredit you on that, Coach. The question that I want to ask, though, about those little things is, have you seen changes for the positive throughout the season, even if it's just from a time-to-time basis, either a one step forward, a few steps back, and then one step forward type deal?
Yeah, I think if you look at some of the games that we've had, Martinsburg was 15-7 at the end of the first. So in the first quarter, we go out, we execute, we do all those little things, and then now it's got to be consistently through the second quarter. Then it's got to be consistently through the third quarter, then for a whole game. Like the other night, 7-0 at the end of the first. Other than that one big play, I mean, we did what we could do against, what they were putting out there, and it's just making sure as we continue to grow, you got to do it for a half, then you got to do it for 3 quarters, then you got to do it for a whole game, and that's the process.
Is there anything that you sort of see as a reason for why maybe first quarter you're able to come out stronger than some of the, or the second quarter for when it comes to coming out not able to put that together for a full 4 quarters? Is it stamina? Is it a certain, what do you see as that?
I mean, I think it's just, lack of concentration. Because if you can do it for 1 quarter, you can do it for 2. If you can do it for a half, you can do it for a full game. And it's just making sure we're locked in every single snap. And even when adversity hits and a big play happens, or, we miss a tackle or this, that, the other, moving on to the next play. I think that's the biggest thing is when we have early success, it's because we stay locked in and we haven't faced adversity yet. And when they give up a big play, I think sometimes the focus starts to drop a little bit because now heads hang, and now it's once one wheel comes off the bus, it's hard to get it back on.
Is that something to you that can realistically be taught, that type of mentality, or is that just something that these kids, no matter who they are, have to find within themselves?
I think a little bit of it is within yourself. Of and I told the kids the other day, I love that they have the expectation of being 100% in tackling and being 100% in alignment assignment and stuff like that. But there's times where you're going to fail, and it's how you respond. And we can sit here and give you all the the love and motivation that you need to bring you back. It's between your ears where you got to flush the last play. You got to flush the time that you failed and push forward and now go out and execute. And I think it can be a little bit of both. But we always try to stay positive with the kids. Even when they make mistakes, we try to teach them. But at the end of the day, I think sometimes a lot of that becomes between the ears and mental.
All righty, Coach Faircloth, any other thoughts here or comments about this week's matchup against Huntington? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
No, that's it, fellas.
All right, fun question for this week's a long one, so you got to sit here a little bit and take some time to think. It's a 3-parter. The first one, Thanksgiving, right around the corner, obviously. So what you are thankful for and why is the first part of the fun question here. And then we'll get to the other 2.
Thankful for and why my family and the kids I get to coach.
All right. Next part, keeping the Thanksgiving theme here, is what dish during Thanksgiving you can't go without. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving in your household if you didn't have this.
For me, it's the stuffing.
Stuffing? All right.
Good choice.
We're 2 for 2 there now. Coach Thomas said the same thing. Last one, who cooks?
It surely ain't me. It's my wife.
2 for 2 on that as well. There we go. Thank you for the time, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right.
You guys have a safe trip. Best of luck against Huntington.
All right, fellas. I appreciate it.